Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to my channel and let's do PSVR the drop and check out what games coming out next week and what we gonna play on our awesome PlayStation VR. Timestamps to all the stories are in the description. If you don't want to watch the intro, just go straight down there and choose the story you want to see. But if you don't mind the intros, first of all, thanks to the VR Grid for donating to my charity fundraiser. You awesome. If you want to donate, the links are in the description. And also next week we've got quite a busy week, about 6 games coming out, so if you like your PlayStation VR and you like spending money on it, get ready and save some already. Okay, before I start, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. Plus, of course, you'll be up to date with everything PlayStation VR news, reviews, previews, walkthroughs. On this channel I have everything. Okay, let's do it. And first release is BLINDFOLD, will be coming out on September 3rd. Now this is out on PC already and it's for free. I think it's called Blind for First Hour or something like that, first day. So I don't know if PlayStation VR gonna get bigger version of the game which we gonna have to pay for, or maybe it's gonna be same as on PC and it's gonna be for free. That would be nice. Now in this story you basically being interrogated, your answers matter, whatever you say is gonna make you stay alive or send you down the shithole. So you know, be steady, be very thankful, and remember, whatever you say is gonna have consequences. If you like game 1979 The Revolution, this is like side story to it, and it's a very good and very interesting side stories because people on PC gave it very good reviews and pretty much very liked it. Okay, next release will be free, so that's, I said at the beginning of the videos to save money, but actually quite a lot of those things next week are free. But nevertheless, Dream Match Tennis Online will come out on September 3rd. Dream Match Tennis, it's the only game that lets you use navigation controller in combination with move controllers, but if you don't have nav controller, then you can use your DualShock holding it in one hand and just using thumbsticks, and in other hand, of course, you can hold your tennis racket. And this game supports left-handed people as well, because of course DualShock got 2 thumbsticks, so that's nice. The game itself's got very good physics. It's actually quite a workout as well if you like exercising games. Graphically, it's not super awesome, but definitely good enough, and it's definitely look very sharp. Tons and tons of options. If you shit at tennis, you can make things easier for you. If you're good at it, then of course you can do everything properly. Tons of comfort options as well. You can teleport, you can run, the game can teleport you automatically. A very good game. It's had a little DLC which was very overpriced because same price as the game, but there's quite a lot of content then, and with this free multiplayer patch it's definitely gonna get a lot better. If you like your games like Spark, you know, sport games, player versus player, then you probably gonna like this one as well. If you didn't got it yet, maybe go pick it up before the update drops on the September 3rd. And another September 3rd release. Now this is coming from the official PlayStation VR website run by Sony, and it is Paper Beast. The website says it's coming out on 3rd of September. Now of course all the release dates might change, only Sony knows what's going out when, and the developers of course, but nevertheless they stating that Paper Beast will be out on September 3rd. Now this game coming from an amazing developer who's in past done Another World, an absolute classic game already, and the one that I enjoyed, which was Heart of Darkness, a little game when you're going to look for your dog. I actually, before I changed houses, move houses, I actually dig up that game and played it for a bit on my PS1 and still enjoyed it. Very good game, so this developer can definitely deliver awesome experiences. Now Paper Beast is different kind of game. The story goes that somewhere deep down in the vast memory of data server an ecosystem has emerged. Lost algorithms and the decades of lost code come together and made a baby. Code said to the algorithm, I like what you're seeing, come on, come here, let's make some babies. And after that, the life blossoms, so it's the life born out of AI, I suppose. The developer saying it's epic adventure. The whole world in this game is fully simulated. So like your animations and everything, it just done procedurally. Very clever idea. The developer is saying mostly it's an exploration and simulation game, and it's a very playful, so I'm assuming you'll be able to just pretty much piece about with anything you want and see how this affects the world. This game coming on PSVR first, but later on down the line it's gonna get flat version as well. But of course we all bothered only about PlayStation VR because the game's play is best in VR. VR, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. 3rd of September, apparently it should be out. And coming out on 5th of September, another visual novel coming to PlayStation VR, and this one will be Spice and Wolf VR, coming to you from the developers of terrible Project Lux. I never played that one, but I heard that the experience is very painful, but nevertheless this is their another offering, funded by Kickstarter, so people must have liked what they seen, based off an anime where the dude meets like a wolf person, human female species, and the shit goes down because of course it's a kind of strange relationship. I don't know, I never watched anime, I read it for a bit what's going on, but I'm assuming if you are a fan of this anime, apparently very popular one, then you know more than me, so you can explain it to me in comment section, but also you probably gonna enjoy seeing your characters in virtual reality. And also the developers announced, even though this one is not fully out yet but will be out next week, they already announced that they working on a second one, so it looks like they planning to have quite few installments in this franchise. Very nice for the Spice and Wolf fans, you gonna have in some treaties soon. And of course that's not everything, another release. And this is a physical release coming to you from the Awesome Perp Games, which probably you own many titles they already released on disc, because they just like to supply you with this collection. Now, what they releasing now is Angry Birds 2 VR movie, coming to you on 6th of September. I've got the game, I didn't have a chance to play it yet, but I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try to have review for the physical release date, but this is the different kind of game than your last Angry game, which was basically Angry Birds put in VR. I'm losing my words. Yes, it was like Angry Birds in VR, but this one is different. You're on a submarine, you doing missions, but also you can play with your friends who sitting next to you and staring at the flat screen, and of course you're the most awesome person because you are in virtual reality, so your point of view, you're just amazed, and other people thinking, why he's smiling so much, and you'll be like, because I'm in VR and you're not. So apparently this game is quite good. I watched few reviews from people who played it, apparently very interesting title. So if you didn't bought it yet and like to have collection of the games on the disc, then best idea is to buy it on the disc on 6th. And last but not least, and last and the biggest and bestest release that I am most hyped next week is Borderlands 2 VR DLC. Now in past I said that we only get in season 1 of DLC because that's what the PEGI rating been saying, but fear no more, we get in everything, all the 16 pieces of DLC. You gonna have here everything what was up to the Commander Lilith and the fight for the Sanctuary, the latest one which they lately released. That's not gonna be there, but maybe in the future it will, who knows. But never mind, let me tell you what is going to be in this free update. You're gonna get Captain Scarlet and her pirate booty when you're going on kind of pirate adventure where is no water. Strange. But very good DLC, about 8 hours, something like that, very nice. And same lengthwise is Mr. Torque campaign of Carnage. A very nice, very action driven DLC. Sadly the final boss fight, I don't know how I'm gonna do it by myself. It was kind of painful when I played it flat, but nevertheless it was quite a good campaign. Sir Hammerlock, Big Game Hunt, that's gonna be in there as well, of course. That's one of them 4 biggest DLCs. And the one that pretty much everyone likes the most, I'm thinking, and all of you pretty much asking me for that one, is Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, when the game completely changes and it's like Skyrim with guns, maybe. Shall I describe it like that? Very good DLC, that's the biggest DLCs, but there is gonna be more, because there's gonna be all 5 Headhunter DLCs packs, which are smaller DLCs, about 1 or 2 hours long, but nevertheless very entertaining. Necromancer class and Psycho class gonna be there, Creature, Slaughter, Dome, and both Ultimate Volute Hunter upgrade packs, plus Volute Hunter heads and skin packs as well. You get in fucking everything, and you get in all of that for free. You're not gonna have to spend a penny, just make sure on the 6th of September you update your game. Borderlands 2 VR is an awesome game, many people still playing it, very nice loot to collect, very good story, very nice missions, very nice offering for VR, one of the biggest VR games of course, but now we've got No Man's Sky, which is the massivest, but about to get twice bigger now with this DLC. Awesome stuff that Gearbox giving this to everyone for free. Of course still don't have co-op, but nevertheless an amazing game. Maybe, who knows, one day they gonna manage to insert co-op to this game, and maybe one day they gonna manage to give us Commander, Lilith and Fight for the Sanctuary DLC. I didn't play that one yet, I played pretty much everything on flat Borderlands, but I was thinking I gonna risk it and I gonna wait and maybe one day I gonna get it in VR, who knows, that's the only way I want to play Borderlands now, in VR. Okay, now that's the awesome next week, very busy week, a lot of free shit, also some paid stuff, but very nice offering, very nice selection of games. Nevertheless, let's do some news. First, we're gonna speak about Honor and Duty. The game had an update, and in this update we've had new map. There was few issues, they fixed it now. Now, let me speak a bit about it. This map is part of the player created maps. What's gonna happen is very soon they're gonna release map editor. You're gonna have to download it on your PC. It's kind of gonna work in Unity. You'll be able to do your maps, then you'll be submitting them to the developers, and the selected best maps will make their way to the game. Very nice. Also, I said in past that this game will come out on September 3rd, because that was the listing for pre-order on various shopping sites, but sadly that's not the case anymore. But nevertheless, the developers shooting for September. The date 3rd of September, what the website's been just posting everywhere, it just was wrong. The developers never planned to have it on 3rd, but it should be out in September, and don't forget, very soon you'll be able to play with your nice map editor. Now, in another news, let's speak a bit about the station. I didn't mention this game for a while. I did review, like, was it over a year ago, I can't remember, of the flat version. We know the deluxe edition coming from Perp Games, just like Honor and Duty All Out War edition. So as you see in this video, a lot of Perp games in the mentions. That's how very good they are releasing those games on disc. So what's happening is the Spanish website this time leaked the release date. Might be right, might be wrong, I don't know. But what it says is that the Station Deluxe Edition will come out in September, not exact day, but September this year. Now sounds kind of right, because it's been in the development for a while. Basically what Deluxe Edition is the base game plus the VR add-on. If you don't want to buy Deluxe Edition and already all the Station game, then you're just gonna have to pay a bit extra money to get VR switched on in the game. And SABRE, the game that kind of come out, it was good, but not many people played it. It's making it way back, turning things around. The developers released this big patch, what they've been teasing. You can use DualShock now if you're getting confused with moves. Of course, with DualShock you get thumbsticks, so that's nice. The game is online game, 12 player, tons of updates. You can have shields now and stuff, more optimizations. The game, I'm hearing, is good. I still didn't have chance to play it, but I'm hearing it's good. But because it's multiplayer only, of course sometimes there's a struggle for players, because the developers only released it in US, so it's very limited market for this online only game. But if you risk it and play it, you might like it, I don't know. Okay, and now let's speak a bit about Firewall, because I totally forgot. Happy 1st anniversary to Firewall. It's been a year since the game released. There was a free weekend, you could play it, very nice. I mean, it's still happening, you can still play trial free version till September 2nd, but also they announced that Firewall will support 3D Ruder as well, so that's nice if you own the Ruder, because, you know, it needs more games, even though it's got plenty, but very nice that developers adding it. Operation Dark Web, we're gonna get mid-season update very soon. Firewall definitely hold up very long time. As we know, with PSVR online games, they kind of tend to die fast if people are not interested enough, but Firewall is still there with its issues. Let's don't forget there is some issues what people still want addressing and getting frustrated with, but nevertheless the gameplay is good enough to make people keep on coming back to this game. Like I said, free trial going on now, so if you didn't try it, go and try the demo and you might enjoy it, and then you might buy it, who knows, or you might get frustrated and say, fuck that, I'm not sitting in lobby all day. But also you might say, whoa, that's some awesome shit, I gonna play it, I gonna buy it, and that's gonna be the only game I gonna play. Okay, and now let's talk a bit about Tokyo Game Show, because Sony gonna have their own show down there as well. They announced some games and they confirmed that there will be a couple of PlayStation VR games as well. What they gonna showcase is Space Channel 5 VR, a classic from Dreamcast reimagined for virtual reality, so you're gonna be able to try it if you're going to Tokyo somehow. But also they be showing Iron Man VR, which seems to be their exclusive of this year so far for the holiday season, like kind of their big holiday game, kind of like Astrobot was last year. so I'm expecting to see Iron Man around October-November time, hopefully. But anyway, that's the 2 games they confirmed. I think they're gonna have their own stage show as well, so we'll be able to tune in. Maybe there's gonna be some new announcement as well, that would be nice. Tokyo Game Show will start on September 12th, and then on September 15th it will come to an end. Let's hope to see more PlayStation VR down there. Okay, and now let's take a moment of silence for DRIVECLUB VR, the game gone died. Gone died? Yes, it's not existing anymore. You cannot buy it on the store because Sony shut down the servers and everything. You won't be able to play it online. If you got your physical copy of the game, or if you already bought it, you'll be still able to play single player. It's not dying like Star Blue Arena died when the game kind of went to shit and nobody can play it anymore, even single player. This one you can still play. When they first announced they're gonna be shooting off DRIVECLUB, they're gonna be ending the game's life, I was thinking surely before they do that, they're gonna announce some new racing games for PlayStation VR so we can have something else. But sadly that's not the case. What's happening with racing games, I don't know. I've got video ready about it, I'm gonna bring it to you. I tried today, just need to edit, because as of now it's not a very good showing. Of course Gran Turismo looks great, but such a limited gameplay. Wipeout, amazing, but you know, we don't have enough racing games. What's happening? It's such a perfect fit for VR. It would be awesome. Nevertheless, DRIVECLUB gave many nice memories to many people. It was a nice game, but sadly now it's dead. And that's it, bye.